Hi everyone, welcome to Border Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not either any of these blokes, and today's video is not just an extravaganza of tier 9 epic ace tanker replays, it's going to be an epic extravaganza, 5 replays. Normally an extravaganza might have 4, but today's video is going to have 5. Why? Because I'm trying to churn through all these 1.0.2 or whatever patch we're currently on at the day that I'm recording this. I'm recording this on the 15th of October, just before I go off to sunny Fiji for a little bit of a holiday. We're starting off with my old mate Shellsponge. Shellsponge from 1AR clan, community contributor, all-round nice guy, and a hell of a good tanker. He's in the baby Batchat, the Batchat25tAP. But yes, we're trying to get through as many of the pre-patch replays before I go away, because I reckon I'm tipping while I'm away patch 1.1 might turn up, and that'll force me to delete a lot of the old replays and start getting stuck into whatever's coming in patch 1.1, which will be personal missions, Polish tanks, all that kind of jazz. Anyway, Shellsponge from 1AR clan, community contributor, hell of a nice guy, an absolute legend. In the baby Batchat, the Batchat 25tAP. It's not really called the baby Batchat, that's what I call it. Anyway, the baby Batchat at tier 9. It's got is it a 6-shooter? A 6-shot autoload, 100mm gun, 300 alpha damage, 232 penetration with standard rounds, 263 with APCR. Now, I don't want to give too much away at the start of this one. Shellsponge doing the right thing now. He's spotting some tanks. Nobody's shooting him, and that's why he's wiggling his gun around on the Type 4, saying, come on somebody, there's 2050 hit points of assisted damage I could be getting if somebody could shoot this bad boy. Not sure what artillery is looking at. Artillery, of course, is only the little tier 7 M12 though, so it's probably doesn't have a shot, because that Type 4 heavy tank is on the other side of a building compared to where artillery is. I don't think these snipers on the western flank of Province have really got shots onto the Type 4 Heavy. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if that Type 4 Heavy tank doesn't realise that he's spotted anymore, because he's probably been constantly, well, he's definitely been constantly spotted by Shellsponge for some time now, for a good 3 minutes. I did quicken up the video because he's just sort of waiting for something to happen. The Type 4 still not looking Shellsponge's way. You've been sitting here for 3 minutes. We have lost a couple of tanks, though, down by 2, down 2-0. Now, Shellsponge showing great restraint here, not shooting towards the Type 4, because he's probably not that confident that he's going to penetrate at that angle. You can see how the little dot in the middle, whatever it's called, it's orange, so it might be a 50-50 chance. He's looking at the track, but he also knows that IS6 is probably a pretty good chance to spot him if he starts shooting, especially while he's forward in that bush. He does shoot in the end. He gets a shot through the Type 4 Heavy, doesn't get spotted by the IS6, because the IS6 is behind a building, and of course camouflage works both ways. So he decides to maybe unload the clip into the Type 4 Heavy. The Type 4 Heavy no longer spotted, but he's got 2 rounds remaining. May as well unload him, and on the off chance you might be able to get rid of a top tier heavy tank. Well, we know he's done 562 hit points of damage. Pulls back. He hasn't been spotted yet. Maybe he hasn't got 6th sense. Maybe you can't get spotted if you haven't got 6th sense. I don't know. How does it work? You tell me. 0-4 though is a score, and that is a concern. They're down by 4 tanks. They've lost 2 tier 8 tanks and 2 tier 7 tanks. It is a tier 9 game. 3 tier 9 tanks on each team. The T30, the Type 4 Heavy, and the Patton on the enemy team. Shellsponge in the baby Batchat. The Object 705 and the T30 on Shellsponge's team, as a T25-2 goes down. But I guess the only consolation Shellsponge could probably take from this is that the only tanks that his team have lost, they haven't lost any high tier tanks. Now Shellsponge again is just about loaded. The 6-shooter is just about loaded. He's gone for APCR, and that's purely because the Type 4 Heavy, he wants to make every shot count in that Type 4 Heavy tank. They're already down by 5 tanks. Every shot needs to count. And the Type 4 Heavy, get rid of that. Get rid of a top tier heavy tank. It might be back in this game. Who knows? Shellsponge won't be giving up though. A lot of players will see the score here, 0-5, and say, well, what are we going to do here? You know, well, some people would say that's the right thing to do. Some people say it wouldn't. Still down by 5 tanks as the Tiger P gets taken out of the game. The 10-minute mark goes. I'm just quickening this one up. He's just kicking back here, trying to get some more assisted damage, and IS gets spotted. There's a Tiger 1 there. They'll both be pretty tempting targets. Shellsponge looking towards the Patton, think, well, we're going to have to start shooting sooner or later. 2-6 is the score, puts 1 into the side of the top tier American medium tank. The M46 Patton, that's a pretty groovy tank in itself. 3-6 though, the Panther and the SU100 M1 both get taken out. Both bottom tier tanks, but still makes the scoreboard look a little bit healthier. I don't think he landed that shot on the Type 4 Heavy. He certainly landed that shot, got the kill on the top tier Heavy tank, and that's the first tier 9 tank to die in this game on either side. 4-6 the score now, only down by 2 now. The IS-6 is reasonably low hit points. The IS is not... the IS, he's bottom tier, so he's not really a threat. He's got 3 rounds remaining. He spots the T30. Nothing wrong with a crew in this baby Batchat. The T30 clearly concerned as Shellsponge puts one shot into him, but of course the T30 gets out of the way. Quick, smart. So he pops the IS. Of course, with APCR, he's not going to fail to penetrate any shots like that. Spots the Ferdinand as well. Pulls back, gets shot by that M46 pattern that he shot not too long ago. Loses his engine. Quick tap of the 4 key, fixes his engine. No problems whatsoever. I'm more of a 5 key kind of guy myself with a repair kit, but anyway, that's not funny at all. Shellsponge from 1AR Clan, community contributor and all-round nice guy. Don't forget to check out the description below. There'll be a link to his Twitch channel and all that kind of jazz. An absolute gentleman and a much better player than I am, I tell you. I'll give you the mail. 5-6 now. His team are slowly clawing it back. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at this map, it seems to be a battle of the camps with this map, and that's why a lot of people don't believe it's sort of suitable for the high tiers, and Wargaming have listened, and now it's only going to be the lower tiers that play, I think it's maybe tier 4 to 7 maybe, they're going to be playing Province nowadays, so the tier 9 and 10 games you're not going to see anymore, because it really is, you really do, with the good view ranges of the tier 9 and 10 vehicles, such as the baby Batchat, you really do need to camp the hell out of these battles on Province. Anyway, today's video is an epic extravaganza, 5 replays featuring some tier 9 vehicles. Here we go. This one, it's the reward tank, the T28HTC. He gets blown apart. That's Shellsponge's second kill. He's got 3 rounds remaining. And look, there's one or two of these tanks he could kill with the 3 rounds. Instead of going for the kills, he elects to go for the Ferdinand. Takes some health out of that bad boy. Confident that he can unload before the Ferdinand or anybody else aims at him. Pulls back. He's still on 1,218 hit points of health. He's done nearly 3,000 damage, 607 assisted damage, 7-7 the score is now. All of a sudden, it's gone from, was it 6-1 or 6-2 up to 7-7. He'll be pretty excited about that. Now Shellsponge, no more APCR, so he's going to have to make every shot count. With standard ammunition, the IS is very low. He's a 1-shot. The Ferdinand, I believe, is maybe a 2-shot, or was it the other way around? 7-7 to score. He's just about loaded his clip. 300 alpha damage, 232 pen. He's going to have to make that count. Now that IS has clearly been shot at by the enemy team, so Shellsponge taking it quite gingerly. Finds the Tiger 1. He's got it so that he can't see through the bushes, so he should be fine to shoot there without being lit. But look, it wouldn't take too much to work out where he is. Pops one into the side of the Ferdinand, the tier 8 German tank destroyer. Finds the IKV-90B, pops one into him, gets one into the T30 for good measure. The T30 does land a shot on Shellsponge. Shellsponge unloads his last shell, pulls back. 3 kills, 3,824 damage. He's turned this one around. Enemy artillery hits the IS. Shellsponge will be pretty happy that he didn't hit him because he's only on 443 health. And even though it's only a tier 7 German artillery piece on the enemy team, it could maybe kill him with 1 shot because there's no armor on the baby Batchat. It is a groovy looking tank though. Check out that camo. That is pretty groovy indeed. 9-7 now. The lead is firmly in Shellsponge's team's favour. Up by 2 tanks, but there's a few low health targets over there. That object 705 on 23 hit points. Well, he's not on 23 hit points anymore. Artillery took him out probably with a little bit of splash damage. He's got a full clip in his 6-shooter, implores the IS to follow him. It looks like the IS is not, I'm not following you, pal. I'm on 12 hit points. There's no way I'm going to be doing something like this. Anyway, Shellsponge is not scared. He's only on 443 health. The IS is on 12. That IS is not moving. I guarantee. I'll give you the mail. He is not moving, the old mate. 9-8 the score. 4.5 minutes left on the clock. Shellsponge looking for a different point of view on these enemy tanks. What's up there? The FCM. The FCM is up there on, what's he on, 500 hit points. Hopefully the SU-12244 can, hopefully they can both shoot him once or twice. The T28 HTC kills the Tiger 1. T28 HTC, that's a second personal mission reward tanks over on the other side of the map, sniping like an absolute legend. That's what they do. The 52 goes down to the SU. Shell Sponge, don't flip it. For fuck's sake, don't flip it, mate. You're killing me. 3 kills, 3,824 damage. Check him out on Twitch. Link will be down below. He is an absolute champion. He's pulling this one right out of his back pocket. Bit of map ping going on the SU12244, and I think he was too happy that Shell Sponge left him all alone, but Shell Sponge not stuffing around looking for the last of these snipers. There was one tank destroyer unaccounted for, and of course it's the J Panther. Gets into this position where he can proxy spot the J Panther. The Object 705 starting to ping the map, and Shell Sponge, no, don't you ping the map, pal, you're dead. I'll ping the map, thank you very much. J Panther, somebody kill the J Panther, please. The IS gets taken out by the T30. Down here in the southeastern part of the map, the SU122. How's the SU122 going? He's certainly getting focused by artillery, and maybe the map pinging. There you go. That's why he's pinging the map now. The SU12244 trying to indicate to Shell Sponge. That's where the artillery is, me old mate. Get up there. Clean him up. Get rid of him. The big bad GW Panther. 12-9 is the score. The M12 kills the T30. T30, that was the one that was bothering this SU down here. This SU should be fine now. At least I think he should be fine. There is the J Panther. Gets one shot into it. Did the J Panther shoot? I think he might have. Here comes the IKV-90B. All the way and fires one shot into him. One more should be enough. Thank you very much. 4 kills to the Shell Sponge. 4,500 damage done. Lost his... What did he just fix there? Tracks, engine? Who knows? It's all happening. He's reloading. And he'll be hoping the artillery doesn't blind fire him. Come on, SU12244. Come on, come and give us a hand, old chap. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Don't... You can get out of your corner now. The T30 and the HTC both starting to... They've taken their brave pills. They've started to move forward on the western flank. You don't see people moving forward on the western flank very often on this map. 4-9. It is normally a camp fest, and that's why it's gone for over 13 minutes. Here we go. He's found it. He's found the GW Panther. He hasn't... His 6th sense hasn't gone off. He'll be... There you go. Let Artie do it. Just take the 360 assisted. Thank you very much. Not a bad result at all for the old mate Shell Sponge from 1AR clan. The community contributor and absolute legend of a man is picked himself up an Ace Tagger Mastery Badge. On the baby Batchat, the Ace Tagger Mastery Badge, spotter medal for all that assisted damage, bruiser, fired up, fire for effect in the high caliber, topped the score charts with 5,174 damage. We didn't see all that damage in the in-game damage counter because a lot of it was, oh, not a lot of it, but some of it was unsighted. Like I think the kill shot on the Type 4 Heavy at the beginning of the game, you couldn't see the tank. So of course, if you can't see it, the that in-game thing doesn't really work. 28 shots fired, 25 hits, so not many blind shots missed. 19 penetrated, 5,174 damage, 1,362 assisted damage, which would have helped with the ace. He made 5,000 credits after tax with a premium account. He did have to fire some APCR, and I don't blame him shooting towards the Type 5 Heavy, and there was also the well-angled. I mean, IS is only tier 7, but when you've got an autoloader and you've got 4 or 5 shots remaining, you're not going to reload just to avoid firing premium. You've got to make every shot count, right? Not too bad at all. Epic performance from the old mate Shell Sponge from 1AR clan on Province, a map that's not going to be part of the higher tiers anymore. You want to check Shell Sponge out, check him out on Twitch. He is an absolute legend. Link will be down below as we move on to our second game in this epic extravaganza. We're back on Lakeville, and this is Celestia Ludenberg. Celestia Ludenberg from Life Clan. In the WZ111 1-4, the tier 9 Chinese heavy tank. He's looking for a cheeky sniping shot. Takes a while to aim, and of course everybody stops, don't they? When something gets spotted in that middle road, the tanks that are on the way to the city on Lakeville. The tanks are on the way to the city. When something gets spotted on this middle road, they all jump on the brakes and decide that all... It's probably the hardest in Chinese or Russian heavies because it just takes forever to aim that shot. Anyway, Celestia Ludenberg from Life Clan on his way to the city. I have a mouthful of coffee while he gets ready to rock and roll. Now the tier 9 Chinese heavy tank. Look at that. 2 marks of excellence on that bad boy. 1-1's the score. The IS6 and the T54-3 both taken out. 1 from each team. What's he got loaded? He got standard rounds loaded in a 130mm gun. 490 alpha damage. 244 penetration. That's with standard. Premium's 340. Doesn't need premium to penetrate the T54 mod 1. Gets into a nice aggressive position on Lakeville. This is where you want to be. If you're in a top tier heavy tank, get up here, especially with the Chinese ones. Bang! There goes the Mod 1. He'll be right. He'll be okay. He'll be back into another game. Quick, smart. He got a little bit outplayed there by Celestia Ludenberg from life. In the WZ111-4, the one with all the ones in it. Looking towards all these tanks. There's a lot there. There's a lot to aim at. There's a lot to shoot at. Goes for the Super Pershing. Goes for the top of the turret. The Commander's Hatch in the Super Pershing. One of the reasonably well-known weak points in that preferential matchmaking. Tier 8 premium American medium tank. Doesn't land that one, and that's all about the aim time, right? The aim time in the WZ. Not the most accurate gun in the world likes, but when you're right up in the enemy's face, it doesn't really matter how accurate your gun is. You can hello, there you go. Mousegun doesn't manage to penetrate the Mousegun. Not sure if he even hit the Mousegun there, but the Mousegun certainly penetrated Celestia Ludenberg. In the WZ is up to 1780 damage though. Hello, here's another one. What's that? That's one of those cheeky little standard Bs, the new Tier 9 auto reloading Italian medium tanks. He doesn't want that guy to be farming him for too long. He is stunned. So he pulls back. Look at this, little bit of side scraping, looking at some low armoured targets. Gets one into the standard B, takes him down to about a one-shot. Yeah, 408 hit points. That's a one-shot on the standard B. Looking towards the Super Pershings again. They're getting a little bit cheeky. He has switched to heat, probably for the Super Pershings more so than the standard Bs. As far as I'm aware, the standard Bs are not heavily armoured. They're a little bit sort of like the German. Sort of like Leopard PTA, I guess. Maybe. Sort of looks like it. Must be like it if it looks like it. 2-1 is the score on Lakeville. Celestia Ludenberg already up to 3,287 damage. Make that 3845 damage. He's got over 1,000 assisted damage already. He'll be liking his chances for the spotter medal already. 240 damage blocks. He's only blocked one shot. Probably, would that be for the Super Pershing? Maybe, who knows. 2-1 the score. One kill, 3845 damage. Not a bad start at all. Pops one into the cheek of the turret on the Mousegun, the Tier 9 top tier in this game, the Tier 9 German heavy tank, the one that leads to the mouse. You can see where he's shooting it. If you're not sure where to penetrate these Mouseguns, that's where you do it. If they're facing your gun, if they're facing their gun towards you, aim for those flat cheeks either side of the gun, and you can see how the reticle is green. You'll penetrate them all day long if you're in the right tank. He is firing premium rounds. He wants to make every shot count, right? He wants to make every shot count. He's not going to get his mission. He's on a mission to ram kill something. But 2-3 is the score. He's on about half health. 875 hit points. Bit of dank reverse side scraping happening here. Peeking around that corner. You can see that the Super Pershings are pretty low hit points. In fact, one of them goes down to the Skoda. Then the Skoda promptly gets killed by artillery. Looks around the corner, finds the standard B, pops in for another 509 hit points of damage. That's not not a too bad roll. 5,868. He's just got shot by a nameless, and there's no nameless on the enemy team. That's right. His friendly teammate, we'll be glad that it didn't penetrate anyway. Gets his second kill, gets rid of the top tier German heavy tank, the Mousegun. At the same time, the standard B and the M41 Bulldog both get taken out of the engagement. They're winning by 2 tanks, 6-4, but if you have a look at the mini-map, the enemy team is certainly pushing pretty hard through the valley, and I reckon that's why Celestia Ludenberg is turning around, getting ready to relocate. There is the other Super Pershing. T28 prototype and that Super Pershing both get taken out, making the score 9-4. Now, are the enemy team going for the Southern Cap? It looks like they might be, or maybe they've changed their mind. A few of them have just been killed. Looks like a lot of tanks have been killed down there. Something pretty big just hit that VK. I reckon it might have Jag Tiger, or who knows. 400. The Object 430 goes down to the Conway. 11-4 the score. 3 kills, 6,382 damage done, 1,040 assisted damage. Celestia Ludenberg trying to encourage his team to come with him and head towards their base. The Conway goes blue. Not really sure why the Conway went blue. Maybe he shot the nameless. Who knows? Who knows? You never know, right? Scorpion G getting very brave, going straight up the middle road. There's the Jag. Celestia Ludenberg pops one into the Jag Tiger, the Tier 9, the top tier German tank destroyer. Now he can see the Jag Tiger is not looking his way. Jag Tiger was looking towards the Type 59. He pops one into the side of the Jag Tiger, takes him down to a one-shot. There's a prototype there. There's also artillery. There's no shortage of targets there. Opting to go for the prototype. He critically hits him, tracks him. hoping for some more assisted damage. And Nameless with the Conway and the T54 lightweight all going straight up the valley. Celestia Ludenberg, who's a pretty low health target. Unfortunately, that one got eaten by the tracks. The T28 prototype gets killed by the T54 lightweight, and that just leaves artillery. GG indeed. Celestia Ludenberg, he won't be over the moon. He had a few more opportunities for damage, but wow, 7,339 damage that we've seen. We'll check out the result. The guy who went blue ended up with 3 kills as well. Let's have a look at the result before we get the next replay ready. It's an Ace Tagger Mastery Badge for Celestia Ludenberg from Life Clan. The Spotter Medal, Bruiser, Demolition Expert for blowing someone's ammo rack up. Wonder which one he blew his ammo rack up. I missed that one. Duelist, Fire for Effect, High Caliber. He bounced a shot from the Nameless, who, but this guy went blue. Not really sure why he went blue. 7,339 hit points of damage for Celestia Ludenberg from Life Clan. 3 kills, 1,500 base experience exactly. And he also, what else did he do? He fired 20 shots, 17 hit, 15 penetrated, 7,339 damage. Plenty of assisted damage. Only cost him 5,000 credits. He did switch to premium rounds at some stage in that game, and of course, I don't think he switched back to premium rounds for some time. But he had some pretty heavily armored targets to shoot at. The T28 prototype, which unfortunately with heat, I think the heat round went into his tracks. Super Pershing. The Mouskin, of course, and the T28 prototype. Jag Tiger as well. Not a bad result at all for my old mate Celestia Ludenberg from Life Clan. There's no dummy in the Chinese Tier 9 heavy tank. The WZ111-4, a grind that I didn't mind at all. I found that quite enjoyable to play that tank on the way to the 113 and the 5A now. The 113 originally, then I had to rebuy it to go through to the 5A. Let's move on to game number, I think it's game number 3. Game number 3 features my old mate Blue Hunter. Blue Hunter in the Object 704. This is a Tank Destroyer replay, an Ace Tanker replay. That's for sure. Today's video is an epic extravaganza. Featuring some Tier 9 Ace Tanker replays. Heavy tanks, medium tanks, tank destroyers. What else is going to happen? I don't know. Rightio. Blue Hunter 41 in the Object 704 is on Rudenberg, and he's not stuffing around. He's going straight into where the heavy tanks often do their bizzo in the middle of this map, looking towards the IS. Didn't quite get an opportunity to shoot the IS-6 as he crossed that gap pretty quickly. You can see he's got 152mm derp gun. Not gun. Not gun. There. 152mm, 750 alpha damage, 286 penetration with standard, 329 with APCR, which is premium ammunition. One tank is capping, nothing really to panic about. In the encounter battles, it does take a long time for the enemy to cap, especially if it's only one of them. It takes about 3.5 minutes for one tank to cap it. If you look at the minimap, you can see Blue Hunter's team totally own the eastern side of this flank. Totally own it indeed, and but the enemy have more control in this western side in the city. That's why he's not going charging in, trying to reset this cap like a madman, because it's only one tank. It's still nearly 3 minutes to go. You can see he's got the camo net and the binoculars fired up on. It's an interesting choice. I guess it does work for tank destroyers if you're maybe sitting in a bush or trying to outvision tanks if you're playing a bit of a campy game, or even if you're playing aggressively but not moving too much. Finds the T10, the top tier Russian heavy tank. Top tier in this game, I mean, not in the, you know what I mean. The Tier 9. It's a Tier 9 game. 5 Tier 9s on each team. Blue Hunters team's already lost 1 Tier 9, and that's the E50. They've only got 4 Tier 9s left. The enemy still have all 5. The Conqueror, the T10, the Centurion 71, T30 and the GW Tiger. Blue Hunter's one of those top tier tanks in the Object 704. There's also a T10 and an E75, both very, very handy tanks. And of course the American artillery, the M53, M55, which a lot of people say is better than the top tier American artillery. That's probably a topic for another day. 3-5s the scorers of Pantera and the FV, both the Tier 8 get taken out. This is the 5-10 matchmaking, which a lot of people suggest, me included, that is a better idea for the matchmaker to first look for a 5-10 matchmaker rather than a 3-5-7. But I guess that's probably, again, a topic for another day. 3-5, still only one enemy tank capping, so you've got that annoying siren in the background, but you can see on the cap counter they're getting regular resets. The E75 kills the 7-1 And of course, the 7-1 is the tank that was capping. Now it looks to me like maybe the E75 or the VK100 is capping. Tanks dropping left, right, and centre. 5-5 the score now. They no longer own this eastern side, but they're looking much more healthy in the west, which is where the cap is and where these enemy tanks are. Blue Hunter looks at the IS, licks his lips and says, "I've got this. Thank you very much. I'll grab that kill." I'm tipping he doesn't have 6 cents. I didn't see 6 cents go off there. Maybe he doesn't have 6 cents in this tank. Interesting not to have tier 6 cents in a tier 9 vehicle, but he's a good player. He doesn't know. He doesn't need it. Oh, auto aims. All he does on the Scorpion G is track him. Luckily, he picks up some assisted damage for his effort, though. Pulls back, still got standard rounds. No, he's gone for HE for the Scorpion G. What's HE going to do? HE's going to do maybe 950 damage, 90 penetration. Doesn't really matter now because the Scorpion G is pretty low health. Don't even aim, man. Don't even aim. You don't need to aim. Just hold my beer, aim, rough in the general direction, and HE will get it. Artillery calling to report the light tank. Now we can't see what the WZ132. We can't see what kind of hit points he's on. He might be really, really low. Maybe that's why he's gone back there onto the red line. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how he goes later on. Looking for that Conqueror that does cop a shot for 398 hit points, but Blue Hunter knows with his 750 alpha damage gun, if he can get one shot into this Conqueror, and the Scorpion G can do the same. Ouch! There's artillery. Now he's lost his driver. He's fixed his driver, so he's no longer stunned. Pull him back here. Needs to be very careful. He can manage to take a shot from the Super Conqueror. From the Conqueror, I should say, at tier 9. However, he'd probably prefer not to. The Conqueror only on 21 hit points, and the Conqueror is probably a little bit disconcerted because that was the friendly artillery got a shot into him. The WZ132 is no bot. He saw the opportunity for a cheap kill. He ran through. I think he might have been shot by the Conqueror, but he ran through and seagulled that one. The 132 now looks like he's going for artillery, but he gets taken out. Gets taken out by the WZ121 FT. What's the 1 FT? That's the tier 8, the Chinese, the standard tank destroyer. 10-11 is the score now. Now, Blue Hunter, he knows he hasn't got the speed, but he has got the gun to take care of this bad boy. He gets tracked, but it doesn't matter because he doesn't take any damage. Now the low shoots him. He does take some damage from the low. He will need a high roll to kill this low with one shot. Now he won't. Artillery does the right thing. Takes the low down to 391 hit points. Now the low is a one shot. Now, pretty sure Blue Hunter can afford to take a shot from the low. Doesn't need to though. Shoots and kills a WZ, looking to angle cops. 309 hit points of damage. The artillery in the end kills it low, and that just leaves 2 artilleries left on the enemy team. And there's one of them. Wow, they're not stuffing around. They're going for him. He is going for this one. Looking for the M40, M43. Blue Hunter 41. He's on 4 kills, 2,500 damage done, 1,180 damage blocked, 1,520 assisted damage. You don't normally see that much assisted damage in a tank destroyer. Replay. Where's this M40, M43? And probably more importantly, where's the GW Tiger? The GW, well, either of them. Didn't realise how low he was. He's down to 30 hit points. He spots the M40, M43. 6 cents does not go off, but that doesn't matter because the friendly artillery kills the M40, M43. Lucky that wall is between Blue Hunter 41 and that enemy arty. Otherwise, I reckon the German arty might have looked for him. The WZ, who is dead, offering lots and lots of advice to these players, and of course the arty drivers who was calling him bot earlier, telling him to shut the hell up. Easy peasy, says Blue Hunter. Lemon squeezy. Easy peasy victory. 15-11 in the end. It felt a lot tighter than that, but there you have it, folks. That's the Ace Tanker replay from the old mate Blue Hunter. Blue Hunter 41. Blue Hunter 41, Ace Tanker replay, Spotter medal, Hand of God, Duelist, Fighter, 5 for effects. He says he's not sure if it was worth it or not. Well, I reckon it was worth it. 3,056 damage, 5 kills, 1,212 base experience. That's the base score without the premium account multiplier or the daily double or anything like that. He fired 9 shots, 8 penned, 7 went through, 7 shots is enough for an ace. Cost him 2,000 credits with a standard account, would have been 13.5 with a premium in that 7-minute game. Not a bad effort, me old mate, not a bad effort at all. That's Blue Hunts up 41. No clan. What clan was he in? He was in a clan. I'll have to look him up. Anyway, let's move on to the second last replay. The penultimate replay in today's Tier 9 Epic Extravaganza, featuring 5 Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. This is me old mate Ravvi. Ravvi from Life Clan in the Type 61. The Type 61 is the Chinese? No, it's not. Japanese Tier 9. Japanese Tier 9 medium tank. The one with excellent gun depression. And a pretty handy gun, it must be said. Not the fastest medium in the world. But anyway, let's see what he can do on this map. This is Corellia Assault Mode. So if you're new to the game, you don't know what Assault Mode is. Assault Mode, 1 team attacks, 1 defends. Quite similar, well, not really similar to Clan Wars, but a similar concept. So whoever spawns northwest on Corellia, their job is to defend the base. If they can defend the base, if the enemy team can't cap them or kill all of their green tanks, then they win. The attacking team have 3 spawn points here in the southwest, and their objective, like any random battle, is to either cap the base or kill all of the enemy tanks. Now there's no southeastern base, there's no base for the attacking team. So if they don't manage, they don't need to defend the base, they need to attack this one and or kill all of these, all the tanks on Ravvi's team. If they don't manage to do that, they lose. T92 light tank decides to get very, very brave, charging in like a wrecking ball, going for Ravvi. Ravvi's looking for his first kill. Does he get it? He just misses out the T92, and Ravvi's team picks up that kill, bringing the score up to 2-zip. Now, of course, when you're defending, it can be tempting for people just to camp the red line and wait for the enemy team to push that, and that's probably a valid strategy on some maps. But it's a lot more fun to actually stretch your legs and start playing. Now, Ravvi's platooned up with his old mate Mike Fish, New Zealand, or Mike Fish NZ, from what university clan? And he's just kicking back there at E1 with his M46 pattern. Tier 9 game, only 4 Tier 9 tanks in each team. Interesting matchmaking this one. 4 Tier 9 tanks on each team. Ravvi looks towards the T54 mod 1, pops him for 381 hit points of damage. So 4 Tier 9s and 11 Tier 8s. Interesting. Still, in my opinion, better than 357 matchmaking. Now, Ravvi from Life Clan in the Type 61. It's all about the gun, this tank. There's no armor whatsoever. 105mm gun, 390 alpha damage. Not bad for Tier 9. 258 pen, also not too bad. 330 with heat rounds, which is premium ammunition. The TVP and the ELC even 90, both at Tier 8, get taken out by artillery and another T92. How many T92s are in this game? Did this come out when the T92s were on special? Who knows? 3 T92s on the enemy team. That's just crazy. Alright, the score's 3-2. Ravvi's got this covered. I reckon he knows what he's doing. He's just kicking back here, waiting for something to happen. Pops one into the Pershing. He'll certainly regret that move. Takes him down to 496 hit points. Artillery takes him down to 390 odd. Ravvi pops up again, shoots at Conqueror. Always good to get some damage out of the top tier enemy tanks. 4 Tier 9s, and he wants to take this Conqueror right down. Shoots him again, takes him down to 303. That's a one-shot for Ravvi in his Type 61. Patton just kicking back there, the Conqueror kicking back as well, because Ravvi getting in this forward position, even when you're on defence, getting into a forward position like this, you can really farm some damage, but not just farm damage, also farm some assisted damage. Ravvi on 1,308 assisted damage, 2,814 damage he's done by himself. He did get stunned by artillery then. Quickly fixes his crew because he doesn't want to lose that vision on the defender. Pops him for 364 hit points. Brings his damage up to 3,180. He's certainly be quite happy with this score. The reason I mentioned assisted damage is a lot of people like going for those marks of excellence on those gun barrels. Now this is a new look for the. I don't remember the Type 61 having a gun barrel as groovy looking as that. I reckon that's a new look, and of course those marks of excellence that go on the gun barrel, they're helped by obviously damage done and also assisted damage. I think the two add up, and that's how you work out how you go for your mark of excellence. But anyway, 5-2 is the score on Corellia. Ravvi's on the defence. He's still close enough to being full health. The only damage he's lost is 107 to the Lorraine 15551, who clearly could see Ravvi was a threat to his team. There's a Pershing and a Defender last spotted in this southwest area, but they're both pretty low health, I reckon, from memory. I think the Defender is a one-shot for Ravvi, and the Pershing is certainly less than half hit points. Bit of friendly advice happening in the chat. The Conqueror, I think the Conqueror might have copped a little bit. Did he cop a little bit of damage? No, not really. He's still on half health. Half health when the score's 5-2 isn't too bad. But of course, they're just giving it to each other in the chat, complaining a little bit. Ravvi's just kicking back here. Doesn't need to risk his health. They're winning 6-3. There's only 4 minutes left. They're on the defence. A lot of map pinging going on. I'm just quickening this one up just for the sake of the replay. 6-5 the score now. 6-5. There we go. Ravvi finds the Pershing. Now that Pershing, surely somebody can shoot the Pershing. Where are you, Conqueror? Conqueror, the Conqueror who's getting very, very loud in the chat. Shoot the Pershing, the old mate. Ravvi shoots the Defender. Now I think that's is that a different? No, there's two Defenders there. And of course I was wrong. They're not half health. Lorraine 42 gets a kill on the Type 4 Heavy. That's a good one to get rid of. Absolutely. Top tier Japanese heavy tank. Ravvi looking for a cheeky shot. He gets the cheeky shot. Takes one of the defenders down to 501 hit points. 7-5 the score now. Ravvi from Life Clan on one kill. 3,958 damage. 1308 assisted. And right now, I'll tell you what he's doing right now. Ravvi's getting the fax ready. I'm going to send Stewie a fax. This will be an ace. And no, we don't use faxes at Get On Board Studios. Some people do, though. Some people certainly do use. Now, looks like I slowed that one down a little bit. Picks up. Doesn't get any assisted damage for that on the Defender. Maybe the Conqueror was spotting those Defenders. Or maybe even the Oho. One Defender down to 309 hit points. 7-6 is the score. Now he's down to 100. He wants to kill him. There you go. He's still firing standard rounds, which is APCR. 4,101 hit points of damage. 2 kills. 8-6. Still 3 minutes left on the clock. Ravvi is not obliged to take any risks here. They're up by 2 tanks. They're on the defence. So a draw is a win. There's no such thing as a draw in this game. I don't think, anyway, there's such thing as a draw on the assault mode. Looking towards the Defender on 501 hit points. Shoots him. Damages his tracks. Hoping for some assisted damage. Maybe artillery might be able to help. Not too sure. Of course, we don't know where the M53... The M53, M55 indicates that he doesn't have a shot. Somebody had a shot. Somebody had a shot on the Defender. The Pershing and the Lorraine both shoot Ravvi, but of course his first aid kit comes off the recharge. Looking at that Pershing is certainly a one-shot for Ravvi from Life Clan. Not quite, 387 damage. Oh, it's only just a low roll. Not too unlucky there. You can see artillery, and of course you lick your lips, don't you, when you can see shots like that. Artillery's just fired, so Ravvi knows he's safe for a little bit now. Requesting fire at the Pershing. He'd love to get rid of the Pershing. You could probably swing around, shoot the Pershing in the side, and then go for that Lorraine, but he's probably being mindful of the Object 263, who was last spotted in this donut. The RU-251 on the enemy team. Looks like he's trying his best to spot these tanks up here. We can't see those tanks. Here comes a T92. It's all about crazy T92s. I reckon that T92 might have ram-killed that Pershing. That'd be fucking awesome if he did. 10-6 is the score now. You can see the VK100, the Lorraine, the Patton, which is Ravvi's platoon mate, and the Ferdinand. They're guarding the base quite handily. Artillery shoots Ravvi yet again. He can't use his repair kit, his first aid kit I should say, to fix his crew, but it doesn't matter because there's only a minute and a half left in this game, and he's running up. He's taken the shortcut up towards the donut. The T92 pings where the RU-251 was last spotted. 1 minute left. Easy, Pete. No need to rush this, folks. A minute left. There goes the 1 minute siren. Ravvi finds somebody finds the RU-251 down to 500 odd health, and of course he's got his back to Ravvi. Ravvi pops one into the back of the Tier 9 German light tank. The German light tank aims Ravvi's way, but he doesn't manage to hurt Ravvi too badly. 11-6, 3 kills, nearly 5,000 hit points of damage done. 30 seconds remaining. They're all back up here. Here comes the tank destroyer that we were talking about. And that's the one that Ravvi was worried about. And he gets rolled! Oh, well done to the 263 for not going down without a fight. That's the eye for an eye medal. Ravvi got the 4th kill when that 263 rammed him. Somebody else must have hit him to take, because Ravvi shot the 263 once, and then Ravvi shot the 263 once, and that obviously took a little bit of health off him. And then I think just before he hit Ravvi, I think somebody else must have taken a little bit of health off the Russian tank destroyer, just as he ran Ravvi, and Ravvi ended up with the 6 kills. But still, you still get the eye for the eye medal. That's what that's all about. An eye for an eye medal when you simultaneously kill an enemy tank and you die at the same time. Not only that, we're talking about marks of excellence. He got himself a... have I got the right screen? Yes, it is. He got himself his first mark of excellence for that tank, the Type 61. Keeps playing like that, he'll be getting 2 or 3. He'll be getting a couple more sooner or later. Ravvi from Life Clan, spotter medal for all that assisted damage. Fighter, 5 for effect. Eye for an eye. That's one of those really groovy dank medals that you get. And to get it in a lightly armoured medium tank, I reckon that's pretty cool as well. High caliber for doing more than anybody else did. 5,500 damage done. 4 kills, 1281 base experience, 23 shots fired, 16 hit, 15 penned, 1568 damage point, assisted damage, 5,500 damage done, and he even made 20,000 credits with a premium account in that attack defense mode. Better be on Corellia. The nose is starting to play up as we move on to the 4th and final replay in today's Tier 9 Epic Extravaganza. It's Panzer Burner from NZS Clan. Panzer Burner in the T54 now. He loves this one. He loves this bad boy, and it is a pretty groovy looking tank as well, if you ask me. 100mm gun, 320 alpha damage, 219 penetration, 330 with heat rounds. Of course, I think there's a couple of options. There's a couple of options as far as guns go for this tank, and I think generally the gun that leads to the Object 140, at least that used to be the one that people recommended. Oh yeah, that's going cold. 0-0 is the score. We're on Overlord. Overlord? Yeah, Overlord. Trust me, I know my maps. Now this is my old mate Panzer Burner. Panzer Burner is an absolute legend. He watches the stream. He's on board. And he's in the Tier 9 Russian medium tank. The T54, one of the most popular Tier 9 tanks in the game. Puts his second shot of damage out. He's got one on the Carnarvon, one on the 704, up to 643 hit points. Just kicking back on this ridgeline, doing what medium tanks do really, really well. Only exposing his turret, and of course the turret on this bad boy is pretty strong indeed. You just saw he bounce the Carnarvon for 280. Is that normal for the Carnarvon? 280 hit points? Alpha, whatever. It's a Tier 10 game, 3 Tier 10 tanks on each team. The T110E5, the Object 430U, and the T110E4 on the enemy team. And of course on Panzer Burner's team's got the mighty mouse, the E50M and the Jag. As he continues to farm damage into this 704. This 704 caught out of position a little bit, and this is what I like to see in replays. You can see those light tanks aren't really going for Panzer Burner. They really should be. Panzer Burner getting into a nice aggressive position up here at D0, and of course when you get into these positions and make them work, and make them work is the key in that piece of advice. Don't take too much of my gameplay advice too seriously. Pops another one into the E75. They are down by a tank though, 2-3. Panzer Burner already up to 2,500 damage. Wants to get rid of the E5. He tracks him, gets a little bit of assisted damage as the E75 gets killed by the mouse. But he finds the Leopard PTA and says, oh, this is a fight I want. I want this fight. The reason he's going for the PTA is the PTA has no armor whatsoever. He should be able to just go on here, auto aim and shoot. It doesn't even auto aim. Pops one into the back of the Leopard. Now the reason, even though they're both Tier 9s, the reason he's picking this fight is there's a very good chance that he'll bounce some of the Leopard shots, whereas the Leopard's not really going to bounce any of the T54's shots. He is running away though, keeps the auto aim on, puts another shot into the back of the Leopard PTA, the German Tier 9, very lightly armoured medium tank, as opposed to the E50, which has got a hell of a lot of armour. Anyway, he's created a platoon with the other T54 from Rain Clan. Finds a T110E4. No idea where that shell went. 5-4 the score now. 3,000 damage done. 460 blocked. A little bit of assisted. Not much assisted damage considering how far forward he is. Bounces a shot from the object 430U. Regarded by a lot of people as a very, very good Russian medium tank. Well, it's Russian. It's going to be good, isn't it? Panzer Burner looking towards a 430U. Changes his mind. Sees the Ferdinand coming his way. Gets a little bit of angle happening. Gets spotted. Goes for the tracking shot. Shoots and tracks the Ferdinand. The Ferdinand tracks him as well. He knows he's going to beat him on the reload. Looks like he's going for another tracking shot. That's not a bad move at all. Gets the assisted damage. Bounces around from the German heavily armoured tank destroyer. Shoots him again. Takes him down to 565 hit points. He's still on 861. Should be able to get another one into him. He does. Takes him down to a one shot. Bounces the Ferdinand shot for 490 block damage. And, well, what's he going to do? Ram kill? No. Takes his second kill. 4,196 damage done. 2,370 damage blocked, a little bit of assisted damage as well. T110E4 looks like he's running away. You wouldn't think the T110E4 is a top tier heavily armoured tank destroyer, would you? He is running like a scared little child. Looking at the T110E5 now, because that's what he's got shots on. A few easy shots there. Did he land that shot? No, that might have been his platoon mate. Auto aims, pops one into the side of the T110E5, takes him down to a one shot. Now looking towards the 430U. Shoots and tracks the T110E5. The T110E5 will not be happy. He will not be happy at all. 9-7 the score now. Shoots him again. Is stubbornly sticking to standard rounds, shooting the Tier 10 American heavy tank. Hoping for a kill shot. Now he's going for 8G. He's down to 59 hit points at T110E5. 10-7 is the score. There you go. Kill number 3. Doesn't matter how long it takes you to get it, my old mate. You still got that kill. Switches back to AP rounds. 11-8 the score now. There's a 430U that he'd love to get rid of. The M4A1 Revelorisi. Probably a little bit far away to get the M4A1 Revelorisi. Just spots a T44 on very low hit points. There's the Revelorisi. Auto aim should be fine. He's probably regretting loading heat now. He gets one into the Tier 8 Premium. French medium tank shoots him again because it's just easy money now, up to nearly 6,000 damage. 12-8 is the score now. This should be a kill. There you go. Kill number 4 for Panzer Burner. 2 tanks remaining. The T110E4, who has not left that position since he ran away from Panzer Burner not too long ago. 13-8, 6,000 damage done. 2,370 damage blocked. There is the T110E4. Doesn't land that shot. He's gone for the heat rounds because he wants every shot to count now, because he's probably starting to think about possibly a top gun. Gets one into the back of the T110E4. He's got him tracked, so he should be getting some assisted damage, but nobody else seems to be penetrating the American tank destroyer. Shoots him again, takes him down to 534. He'll be hoping someone can take him down a bit. He does, confirms the kill. That's kill number 5, but unfortunately for the top gun, the T44 got taken out. But he'll take that win. He'll take wins like that all day long. That was an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge from the old mate Panzer Burner. Panzer Burner from Panzer Burner from NZS Clan. Wow, Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Fight Up, Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effects, Shell Proof, Lava Slayho's Medal, the one that I can't pronounce. I guess that's how you pronounce it. High caliber, missed out by 1 kill for the top gun, but wow, look at that score. 1433 base experience, 6,812 damage done. 5 kills, he fired 37 shots, 33 hit, 24 penetrated, some assisted damage, 2,370 damage blocked. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Cost him nearly 31,000 credits. Maybe he fired more heat than I thought, but good old Mother Russia indeed. The T54 Russian Tier 9 medium tank. Wow. Now, don't forget to check out Ravvi and Shell Sponge. They're both on Twitch. Links will be in the description. Both very good players, much better than I am, that's for sure. And also thanks to Panzer Burner, Blue Hunter, and Celestia Ludenberg for those ace tankers. And thank you everybody for watching. Take care. Now, this replay is the reason we're doing these epic extravaganzas is to try and get through as many as we can, like I said at the start of the video, before patch 1.1 comes. And of course, when patch 1.1 comes, hopefully we'll get some awesome Polish gameplay when that all comes out. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure you are too. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time. Extravaganza. I reckon it sounds cool. I do.